Okay, so far we have talked about how to change base 10 numeral to other bases, or converting from other bases to base 10 or Hindu Arabic. Now what we want to do, we want to see how we can do computation in other number, in other bases. Like adding, subtraction, division, multiplication in other bases other than base 10. Okay, so one thing is that all computations in other bases are actually performed exactly like what we do in base 10. Okay, so just there is one trick. Whenever the result of a computation is equal or exceeds the given base, we need to do conversion. For example, if you're working in base 8, let's say, okay, so if you're working in base 8, so we know that the digits that are allowed are from 0 to 7, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the digits that are allowed in base 8. So when you're doing computation, if the result is not one of these digits that are allowed, you need to convert, okay? So let's see. For example, here we want to add 3 3 base 4 to 1 3 base 4. Okay, so first of all, I add 3 and 3, just like what we do in base 10, right? Okay, so 3 plus 3. First of all, we're working in base 4, right? So base 4, what are the digits that are allowed? From 0 to 3, right? So it's 0, 1, 2, and 3. These are the digits that are allowed. So I'm going to write down the place values. Place values in base 4 that are powers of 4. So 1, 4 to 1, 4 squared, 4 to the third power, and so on, right? So now I'm gonna start adding. First of all, I add 3 and 3, okay? So 3 plus 3 is 6, okay? 3 plus 3 is 6. Now ask yourself, is 6 allowed in base 4? No. In base 4, we're supposed to have from 0 to 3. No. So what should I do? Then I convert it, okay? So you remember the conversion? Okay. Well, we look at the place values. We choose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that you want to convert. Here I want to convert 6, and as you see, 1 and 4 are the place values that are equal or less than 6. Okay, I should see how many groups of 1 and 4 they build up 6. Okay, so 6 is equal to how many groups of 4 and how many groups of 1, they build up 6. So 2 times 4 is 8, is bigger than 6. Then it's one group of 4. 1 times 4 is 4. How many more do I need to build up 6? 2. So 2 groups of 1. Okay, so 6 is 1, 2, base 4, right? Okay, so what I do, I place 2 here. It's 1, 2, base 4. I place 2 here. Don't forget to write down your base, okay? And I carry the other one. I carry 1. So just like what we do in base 10. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 1 to 3 to 1. Okay, I'm going to add these ones. Here we go. So 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. Okay, now again, ask yourself, is 5 allowed in base 4? No, in base 4, we are supposed to have from 0 to 3, right? So, I don't know why it's maximized. Okay, here we go. So, in base 4, we are allowed to have 0, 1, 2, and 3. So 5 is not allowed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert it, okay? So 5 is equal to, okay, again, I want to convert it. I look at the place values. I choose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that I want to convert. So 1 and 4 are the place values that are equal or less than 5, right? So I have to see how many groups of 4 and how many groups of 1 they actually build up 5. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8, is bigger than 5, so it's one group of 4. 1 times 4 is 4. How many more do I need? 1. So 1 times 1. So 5 is actually 1, 1, base 4. That's it. 1, 1. We're done. So 3, 3 base 4 plus 1, 3 base 4 is 1, 1, 2 base 4. Okay, so as you see, first of all, I added 3 to 3. It's 6. 6 is bigger than 3, right? In base 4, we're supposed to have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, these are the digits that we have in base 4. So digit is 6 is not a digit symbol in base 4, so I convert it, right? So I wrote down the place values. I chose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that we want to convert, and I found that one group of 4 and 2 groups of 1 they build up 6. So the answer is 1, 2, right? So I placed 2 and I carried the other one. I placed 2 and I carried the other digit. Here we go. So then I added 1 to 3 to 1, so it's 5. As you see, it's not allowed in base 4, so I converted that. Again, I used the place values that are equal or less than 5, so it's 4 and 1, and I found that one group of 4 and one group of 1 build up 5, so the answer is 1, 1 base 4. So 3, 3 base 4 plus 1, 3 base 4 is 1, 1, 2 base 4. Here we go. What about here? So 3, 2 base 5 added to 4, 4 base 5. Okay, I give you around 1 minute. Okay, if you need more time, you can pause the video. Go ahead and add 3, 2 base 5 to 4, 4 base 5. Go ahead. Okay. Well, first of all, it's base 5, right? So I write down the digits base 5 that are allowed in base 5. In base 5, we are allowed to have from 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the digits that are allowed in base 5, right? So I write down the place values. So space 5. So actually the place values are powers of 5. 1, 5 to 1, 5 to the second power, 5 to the third power, 5 to the fourth power, and so on. Okay, now I add 2 plus 4. First of all, I add these two, right? So 2 plus 4 is 6. Is 6 allowed in base 5? No. Okay, I need to convert that. I look at the place values. I choose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that we want to convert. So here, 1 and 5, right? So I have to see how many groups of 5 and how many groups of 1 build up 6. Okay, 2 times 5 is 10, is bigger than 6, so I go with 1. One group of 5. 1 times 5 is 5. How many more do I need to build up 6? 1. Okay, so 6 is actually 1 1 base 5, right? Okay, I place 1 here. Don't forget to write down the base, okay? And I carry the other digit. Okay, now I need to add 1 to 3 to 4. Okay, so 1 plus 3 plus 4 is 8. So is 8 allowed in base 5? No, it's not. We're supposed to have from 0 to 4. Okay, so I'm going to convert it. Well, again, I look at the place values. I choose the ones that are equal or less than 8. So 1 and 5. So I have to see how many groups of 5 and how many groups of 1 build up 8. Again, 2 times 5 is 10, is bigger than 8. So I go with one group of 5. Okay, 1 times 5 is 5. How many more do I need to build up 8? 3, right? Okay, 3 groups of 1. So 8 is 1, 3, base 5. Okay, I just write down. So 3 to base 5 plus 4 for base 5 is 1, 3, 1, base 5. Okay, so why it doesn't go to the next page? Let me see. Okay, here we go. Now subtraction. To subtract in other bases other than base 10, actually, we line up the digits with the same place values, exactly like what we do in base 10, okay? And we subtract column by column, beginning with the column on the right, okay? If borrowing is necessary, okay, well, we borrow the amount of the base, okay? What does it mean? Guys, when we are doing subtraction in base 10, we borrow groups of 10, okay? Well, if you're subtracting base 2, then you borrow groups of 2. If you're subtracting in base 4, you need to borrow, groups of 4, okay? Just look at your base. Well, for example, let's say in base 10, the base that we use every day, right? Well, I want to subtract like this. Okay, 25 minus 17. Okay, I go column by column from right to left. Here we go. Okay, 5 minus 7. Okay, 7 is bigger than 5. I need to borrow. I borrow from this one. 2 becomes 1. It gives me a group of 10. 10 plus 5, 15. And then I say 15 minus 7 is 8. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so 25 minus 17 is 8. What I did, I borrowed a group of 10. Okay, so if you're working other bases, right, just look at your base. If you're working in base 2, then we borrow groups of 2s, right? Well, if you're working base 3, then we borrow groups of 3, okay, and so on. For example, here, 3, 1 base 4 minus 1, 2 base 4. Okay, see what I do, okay? So 3, 1 base 4 minus 1, 2 base 4. And don't forget to write down your base, okay? So 1 minus 2. 2, okay, I start from this column, from right. 1 minus 2. 2 is bigger than 1. I need to borrow. So I borrow from 3. Okay? So 3 becomes 2. It gives me a group of, because I'm working in base 4, it gives me a group of 4. Now, 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 minus 2, 3. Don't forget to write down your base. And now the column on the left, 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is 1, 3, base 4. So again, I started from the column on the right. 1 minus 2, 2 is bigger than 1. So I need to borrow, because I'm working base 4, I'm going to borrow groups of 4, right? A group of 4. So I borrowed from 3. Okay, so 3 became 2. It gave me a group of 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, and then the column on the left, 2 minus 1 is 1. So the answer is 1, 3, base 4. There we go. Look at here. 3, 4, 3, 1, base 5 minus 1, 2, 4, 2, base 5. Okay, I give you around 1 minute to subtract this one, okay? If you need more time, please pause the video. Okay, so if you're ready, we can start subtracting. Okay, I start from right, the column on the right, 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 minus 2. Okay, let me write it down here. So we have 3, 4, 3, 1, base 5, minus 1, 2, 4, 2, base 5. So the column on the right, 1 minus 2. 2 is bigger than 1, right? So I'm going to borrow. I borrow from the next column here. I borrow from 3. So 3 becomes 2. It gives me a group of 5. Why? Because we're working base 5. Now, 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 minus 2, 4. I'm going to write down the base. Okay. Now next column, 2 minus 4. Well, 4 is bigger than 2. I need to borrow. I borrow from the next column. So 4 becomes 3. It gives me a group of 5 because I'm working in base 5. Okay, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, let's move to the next column. 3 minus 2 is 1. I don't need to borrow. Fine. And next column, 3 minus 1 is 2. Again, I don't need to borrow. So the answer is 2, 1, 3, 4, base 5. Okay. Well, we talk about, addition and we talk about subtraction. Now we have multiplication. Well, we multiply just like what, we do in base 10, okay? However, if the result of a computation is equal or exceeds the given base, well, you get, a result that's not allowed in the base you're working with, then you need to convert it, okay? It's like you have something in base 10, okay? You need to actually convert it to a numeral in the desired base that you're working with, okay? For example, here I have 3, 4 base 6. Well, it's multiplied by 2 base 6. Okay, just like base 10. First of all, 2 times 4. Okay, so it's base 6, right? So I write down the digits that are allowed in base 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the digits that are allowed in base 6. And I write down the place values. So the place values are powers of 6, 1, 61, 6 to the second power, 6 to the third power, 6 to the fourth power, and so on. Okay, now I do the multiplication. Okay, 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Is 8 allowed in base 6? No, it's not. So it's like your result is the number in base 10. You need to convert it to base 6. Okay, so I convert it. I look at the place values. I choose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that I want to convert. Okay, so it's 1 and 6 here. I have to see how many groups of 6 and how many groups of 1 build up 8. Okay, 2 times 6 is 12, is bigger than 8. So I choose 1. 1 group of 6. 1 times 6 is 6. I need 2 more to build up 8. So I have 2 groups of 1. So 8 is actually 1, 2, base 6. Okay, just like, what I do in base 10. Okay, well, I place 2 here and I carry the other digit. Now see what I do. Now 2 times 3. Okay, here we go. Now 2 times 3, but I need to add it to the digit that I carried. Here it's 1, okay, plus 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Is 7 allowed in base 6? No, it's not, so I need to convert it. Again, I choose the place values that are equal or less than 7, so it's 1 and 6. So I have to see how many groups of 6 and how many groups of 1 build up 7. Well, again, 1 group of 6. 1 times 6 is 6. I need 1 more, so 1 group of 1. Okay, what happened? 1. Oh. Okay, so then 7 is 1, 1, base 6. Here we go. So 3, 4, base 6 times 2, base 6. The result is 1, 1, 2, base 6. Okay, so first of all, multiply 2 and 4 is 8. 8 is not allowed in base 6, so I converted that to base 6. And, well, the answer was 1, 2. So I placed 2, I carried 1, the other digit. Then I multiplied 2 by 3, and I added that to the digit that I carried, okay? So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 is not allowed in base 6, so I converted that, and the answer is 1, 1, right? So 3, 4, base 6 times 2, base 6 is actually 1, 1, 2, base 6. Okay, well, now I want you to multiply 4, 5, base 7 by 3, base 7 yourself. Okay, so I give you around 1 minute. Go ahead. Okay. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, so 4 5 base 7 multiplied by 3 base 7. Okay, 3. Okay, let me write down the digits that are allowed. So base 7 digits. So it's base 7, so the digits that are allowed are from 0 to 6. So 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here we go. And I write down the place values. So powers of 7, 1, 7 to 1, 7 to the second power, 7 to the third power, and so on. Now I want to start the computation. 3 times 5. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15. Guys, be careful. Your answer is not 1, 5. It's 15. When you do the multiplication, what you get, the answer is like you have a number in base 10. Okay, 15 is not allowed in base 7. Okay, you're supposed to get a number from 0 to 6 to be allowed. If it's not, like 15 here, you need to convert. Okay, so I look at the place values. I choose the place values that are equal or less than the numeral that I want to convert. Here, 1 and 7. So I have to see how many groups of 7 and how many groups of 1 they actually build up 15. Okay, so 3 times 7 is 21, is bigger than 15. So I go with 2. 2 times 7 is 14. I need one more to build up 15, so one group of 1. So 15 is 2 groups of 7, one group of 1. So 15 is actually 2, 1, base 7. So what I do, I place 1 here, I write down the base, and I carry the other digit. Now, what I do, I multiply 3 by 4, okay? So 3 times 4, and I add it to the digit that I carried. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2, 14. Okay, again, 14 is not allowed in base 7, so I need to convert it. Okay, so I have to see how many. Okay, look at the place values that are less than 14 are 1 and 7. So I have to see how many groups of 7 and how many groups of 1 build up 14. Okay, so 2 times 7 is 14, so 2 groups of 7 and then 0 groups of 1. So it's 2, 0, base 7. So 4, 5, base 7 times 3 base 7 is 2, 0, 1, base 7. Okay, here we go. That's the multiplication. First, I multiply 3 by 5, it's 15. So I converted that. It's 2, 1, base 7. I place 1, I carry 2. And then 3 times 4 plus 2 is 14. So 14 is 2, 0, base 7. So the answer is 2, 0, 1, base 7. Okay. Now division. Okay. Well, when we are doing division, okay, well, we need a multiplication table. Okay, so whenever you're given a question that asks you to do division in other bases, you will be given a multiplication table as well. So for example, here we have 2, 2, 2 base 4. You want to divide it by 3 base 4. Okay, so what I do, first of all, I choose 2. Okay, I go from left to right. 2 is smaller than 3. Okay, well, so I choose 2, 2. Well, guys, your number is divided by 3, right? 2, 2, 2 base 4 is divided by 3 base 4. In the multiplication table, you only focus on the column of 3 because your number is divided by 3, okay? 3 base 4. You only focus on the column 3. Okay, 2 divided by 3. Just focus on the column of 3. What is the largest product in that column which is equal or less than 2? The largest product in that column which is equal or less than 2. Okay, it is 2, right? So just see what number was multiplied by 3 to give you 2. Okay, here we go. 3. 3 was multiplied by 3 to give you 2. Okay, so 3 was multiplied by 3 to give you 2. Now do the subtraction. Okay, so 2 base 4 minus 1 base 4. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 2 is 0, nothing. Okay, 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Well, as long as you have more digits, you need to keep following the same strategy. Here, you have one more digits. You need to bring that down and you follow the same strategy. Now you have 2 divided by 3. Focus on the column of 3. What is the largest product that is equal or less than 2? Here you go, 2. One number was multiplied by 3 to give you 2. Here we go, 2. 2 was multiplied by 3. 2 was multiplied by 3 to give you 2. Okay, subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Guys, do you have more digits to bring down? No, then you're done. So the quotient is 3 to base 4. Your remainder is 0 here. Okay, here is your remainder and here is your quotient, 3 to base 4. Okay, if you do not have more digits to bring down, then you're done. You stop. Okay, so as you see, I had 2 base 4 divided by 3 base 4. Well, 2 is smaller than 3, so I started with 2. I focus on the column of 3, so I look for the largest product which is equal or less than 2. Here is 2. Here we go. So 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 2. So 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 2. So 2 minus 2 is 1. I had one more digit to bring down, so I brought that down. Now I have 2. I focus on the column of 3 and I look for the largest product which is equal or less than 2. And I had it 2. Right, here we go. What number? 2 multiplied by 3 gives you actually 2, right? So here we go. 2 multiplied by 3 gives you 2, and I did the subtraction and 0. So the remainder is 0. The quotient is 3 to base 4. Here we go. What about here? We have 2 base 4 divided by 2 base 4. Guys, you don't need to actually memorize the multiplication table. If you're given a question that asks you to do division in other bases, you will be given a multiplication table. Okay, now we have 2 base 4. You want to divide it by 2 base 4. Okay, so 1 is smaller than 2, so I go with 1. Okay, it's divided by 2. I only focus on the column of 2. Okay, in that column of 2, what is the largest product which is equal or less than 1? Here we go. It's 10. What number was multiplied by 2 to give you 10? 2. 2 multiplied by 2 gives you 10. So 2 multiplied by 2 gives you 10. Do the subtraction. 1 minus 10 is 1. Do you have more digits to bring down? Yes, here you go. So you keep going. I have another digit 2. I bring that down. Here you go. So 2 divided by 2. Focus on the column of 2. What is the largest product which is equal or less than 2? Here we go, 2. What number was multiplied by 2 to give you 2? 3. 3 multiplied by 2 gives you 2. So 3 multiplied by 2 gives you 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Do you have more digits to bring down? No. Then you stop. Your quotient is 2, 3 base 4, and your remainder is 0. When you don't have more digits to bring down, then you stop. Okay? So, sorry. Here we go. So first of all, we started with 1, 1. We focus on the column of 2. So the biggest product, which is equal or less than 1, 1, is 1, 0. So 2 was multiplied by 2 to give you 1, 0. So we have 2. And then you subtract 1, 1 minus 1, 0 is 1. You had more digits to bring down. Okay, so 1, 2. And you found that 3 times 2 gives you 1, 2. That's the largest product, which is equal, right, to 1, 2 in that column. And so 3 times 2 gives you 1, 2. You did the subtraction. So the remainder is 0. So 2, 3 base 4 is your quotient, and the remainder is 0. Okay, go ahead, answer this one. We have 2 to 4 base 5 divided by 3 base 5. Okay, so follow the same strategy, see what the quotient and remainder are. Go ahead. So 2 to 4 base 5 divided by 3 base 5. Don't forget to focus only on the column of 3. Go ahead, I give you around 1 minute. Okay, please pause the video if you need more time. Okay, we want to divide 2 to 4 base 5 by 3 base 5. Okay, so first of all, 2 is smaller than 3, so I go with 2, 2. Okay, so we have 2 to 4 base 5 divided by 3 base 5. I start with 2, 2. I focus on the column of 3. What is the largest product which is equal or less than 2, 2? Here you go, 2, 2. What number was multiplied by 3 to give you 2, 2? 4. Okay, 4 times 3 is 2, 2. Do the subtraction. 2, 2 minus 2, 2 is 0. Do you have more digits to bring down? Yes, I have one more digit, 4. So bring that down. Follow the same strategy. 4 divided by 3. Okay, focus on the column of 3, okay, because your number is divided by 3. What is the largest product which is equal or less than 4? Okay, here you go. 3. What number is multiplied by 3 to give you that number, to give you 3? 1. So 1 times 3 gives you 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay. Do you have more digits to bring down? No. Then you stop. When you do not have more digits to bring down, then you stop. So here your quotient is 4, 1 base 5. And your remainder is 1. Guys, your remainder doesn't have to be necessarily 0, just like what we do in base 10, right? Here, your remainder is 1. That's it. If you have more digits to bring down, you keep doing the same strategy, okay? But when you do not have more digits to bring down, then you stop. That's it. It's over, okay? So 2 to 4 base 5 divided by 3 base 5. The quotient is 4, 1 base 5, and the remainder is 1 base 5. Okay, so here we go. That's your remainder. Here we go. So here is the end of number representation. Okay, so don't forget to work on the online activities, okay, related to this topic.